The NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Make sure you tap into Underdog Fantasy for a chance to win 100x in NBA, MLB, MMA, NHL, golf, and more. Sign up today at UnderdogFantasy.com using promo code NBA SGPN. That's NBA SGPN to get a 100% deposit match. Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of the NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. Know me, know the voice of the guy. It's me, Really Row, Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. Never been more upset than to hit a bet like Philadelphia plus 4.5. Very, very upset that came through. Still unfortunate. I'm also here I'm literally watching myself lose my lock of Orlando over 203.5. I'm pretty sure these free throws are going to seal it, and they're probably going to go over this. Cleveland is, yep, there it goes, 204. Officially lost my lock. We got Cleveland 1-10 though, it looks like. So that's plus 165. That's a nice little bet. And the Bucks have actually came back and took over in the Pacers game. So we'll see how that goes. But at least we got Cavs plus 165, 1-10. I did lose my lock though of the under. Wow, crazy way to lose that under. However, this is not Scott Studio Reichel. We got Lonte Smith. And he's back. We finally got him. Got him when he's not at work, man.
Yeah, man. Good to be here with you, man. Locked in, ready to go. Let's get to it.
Yeah, really, really unfortunate. And oh man, I just can't believe I'm really mad I lost this under. Like I'm really, really sick about this under. And Mobley he didn't have the game I thought he did. He did catch the rebounds prop for me, but oh man, I'm really, really sick about
Did you guys I didn't catch the show today. Did you know that Allen was gonna be out?
No, we didn't know. He was out after the show. So
okay.
we
So I thought it was kind of random.
We forecasted it. Yeah, we forecasted it as Allen was playing. We were big on Allen. We both said we were playing Allen rebounds. We put him in underdog. Like we were on Allen today. And then when he was out, I just swapped it over to Mobley and took Mobley rebounds. It was like 11.5 at even money. So I was like, yeah, sure. And got that. But and then here, even to add insult to injury, they make another 3 and just push the total to 207. I didn't have a shot. Really, really sick about that.
Oh,
but
wow.
1-10 cashes.
Fuck. I had Cleveland -2 in the fucking second half.
Oh, that 3 pushed it.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That's a tough one.
Wow.
Okay. Man, that's the thing about night shows though. You get to see genuine like I'm really, really sick about this under right now.
Yeah, that's tough. It shouldn't have been that way. It started fouling a little bit later. A little bit earlier than they wanted to.
It was going good. At one point, the live total was at 193, man. 193. I had Mobley double, Cleveland money line, and the under 203.
Jesus. Bro, yeah, they had it was a big fourth quarter. What that's 62 points in the fourth quarter.
Jesus Christ. What?
Yeah, 62.
What?
Yep, 62. 62
on the fourth.
Yep.
Who is this, Scott? Scott, congratulations from the Tennis Gambling Podcast YouTube. Congrats on the 76ers bet, Terrell. Thank you. There's some. I have words. If I had something that I didn't care about around me, I would be breaking things. I would be breaking things right now, but I actually care about these things, so I'm not going to break them. All right. Lonte, we got 2 games to talk about. But before we talk about that, playoffs are here. NBA and Hockey Gambling Podcast have you tapped in for all the playoff action. We have playoff games tonight. We got playoff games tomorrow. And guess what? It's Derby week. It is Derby week. So make sure you tap into the Sports Gambling Podcast where they're going to give out their Derby picks for the most exciting 2 minutes in sports. lock in sports gambling podcast, NBA gambling podcast, hockey gambling podcast. There you go. All right. Let's talk about games that are going to be happening tomorrow. Miami Heat on the road going to play the Boston Celtics. This is game 5 of that series. The Boston Celtics are up 3-1, laying 14. 198.5 is the total. We already know from hearing today, Kristaps Porzingis will be missing some time with that lower leg injury. So no Porzingis here. Al Horford's going to shift up. Boston's bench is going to thin out a little bit. And then let me see for the Miami Heat. I actually got to pull up an injury report for them. Here we go. So the Heat have Jaime Jaquez Jr. is out. Terry Rozier, Jimmy Butler are still out. So yeah, they're missing Jaquez, no Rozier, no Butler. That's a tough injury report.
Yeah,
Lonte, the Celtics are laying 14 here. What are you doing?
Yeah, I won't be touching the side at all. Either side. I don't want to lay it with the Celtics. I don't want to take the 14 and 14 and a half or whatever it is with Miami. I'm just going to lean to the under. I don't know if Miami didn't even have firepower with those guys in the lineup offensively. So I don't know if they can, I don't even know if they can crack 90. It's 3 of the last 4 went under. Miami's under 90 actually in back-to-back games, under 95 in 3 of those. So and they went over 111 and they shot like out of their minds. So they went to 111 and they shot out of their minds. So it's not like they're just consistently scoring or just having bad fortune. Yeah, but I don't see it, man. I don't see it at all. Maybe if you want to pivot to a team total under, if you don't want to trust the full game under for Miami. But I like the under in this game. As far as the side, man, I'll probably just lean to Boston. I'm not saying that they're going to roll over. It's hard for me to say a SPO team's going to roll over, but just outmatched right now. I'll take the under and maybe a team total under. But as far as the side, I just lean to Boston. I can't play that high of a number with a team like Boston as they're playing right now. Can't do it.
I am moderately concerned for the Heat here without Jaquez. That's my guy. I really think he's really good. But at the end of the day, they still have Bam. Bam's still been good in this series. I think if Tyler Hero can find it a little bit and they can get some production there. Highsmith has had some up and down, and Wright just became a dad. I could talk myself into the Miami Heat here, but it's really less about the Miami Heat, and it's just more about what do we know about this Boston Celtics team. They are not going to close out here. They're going to fold it. This is giving Atlanta remember when DeMarco Murray.
Yeah, DeJounte. Yeah, I remember.
DeJounte Murray. Do you remember when DeJounte Murray was out for Atlanta? And everybody told me there's no way the Celtics can lose this game. And then they did.
Yep.
I'm telling you right now, it looks like it. This looks like one of those games that, hey, when you look at it, even with Porzingis out, it looks like there's no way they can win the game. This is when they let you down. Miami Heat plus 14. Miami Heat. What's the money line? What is this money line price? I see. Hold on. I need more lines. There we go. Wait, that's a consensus. I don't want a consensus. Oh, there we go. I see as high as 8-1 at Caesars. 8-1. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I've just seen. I'm. If I didn't have the proof, and we haven't seen them blow games at home like this. They blew Game 5 at home to the Sixers. They blew Game 5 at home to the Hawks. Like, we have a track record to go with in the Joe Mazzulla era of them blowing this completely. They should absolutely win a game. So, hey, if I lose a quarter unit on that, then so be it. So be it. But I am interested in this under. You talked about the under. I am interested in the under here. But Miami just. What if Miami gets hot?
Yeah, I mean that's a thought that I had, but I mean,
198, 198 is a lot of like just how I get on totals of like when it gets to the 240s, 245, like all the way up there. One bad quarter could really set you off. One bad quarter in this game really screws this under.
yeah, that's true. Um, I mean, they only shot good that one game. I don't know how much. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
So they play
they shot
better
32%
defensively.
or lower in 3 of the 4 games. So I mean, you know, I, I don't know. I don't see it. I
I'm
really
gonna
don't.
wait. I'm gonna wait and see if this number comes back up. Let's see if this number comes back up. I'm gonna take the under, but I'm just gonna wait. I don't think that it's gonna drop any further at this point, so I'm gonna wait and see what happens overnight. But I'm probably gonna be on the under more than
Yeah,
likely.
cool. Yeah.
All right, player props. What you like here?
You mentioned Bam. I like Bam over 20 and a half. I don't know if they've adjusted that since the Jaquez news. When I looked earlier, I think Jaquez was like still questionable, so they hadn't ruled him out. But over 20 and a half is usually what he's set at. I mean, he's over in all 3 games, and despite 2 of them being blowouts, or 2 of them being blowouts, he's playing like nearly 40 minutes a game. So in a game like this, I'm pretty sure he won't come off the floor. Been really good in the mid post area. He's not getting
Mm.
to the line as much, but he was more aggressive last game, so I expect more of that. So, and he actually made a 3, his first career playoff 3, um, last game. So I think he should shoot more of those. I mean, what do you got to lose? So I think he's going to be open to he's going to have more of a offensive repertoire here, especially with Jaquez down to take over some of that scoring. And so I like Bam over 20 and a half. I also like Jovic, points, rebounds, assists, 16 and a half. I mean, he didn't play
Mhm.
well. He didn't play well last game, but he's still averaging like around 20 PRA in the series. What they should do, what I thought they would do, is have him kind of play point guard and have Tyler off the ball, because they got Tyler on the ball and he's getting hounded by Drew Holiday, and then he's
Mhm.
switching into Derek White, which is, I mean, that's not ideal. So I think you want to put him off the ball more. He come off those pin downs, come off those screens, he can get going. I think a few threes will fall for Jovic. He'll have the ball in his hands more offensive opportunities without Jaquez. So I like his versatility to be able to. He's been rebounding the ball well all of the games. So I like points, rebounds, and assists for him.
All right, I want a bunch of threes for Miami. I think Miami's gonna live or die by the three today, and I think they're gonna fall. I'm Caleb Martin
Yeah, I
over
like
one and a
that.
half threes. I think he's gonna go over. DeLon Wright is plus 105 for half a three. He just had a baby. He just had a baby.
Did he have his baby on his birthday? Because some people were talking about like he was out for personal issues. They thought it was because his birthday was the day before.
I don't know. I gotta go now. I have to go
Yeah,
to research when his birthday is.
yeah. I think they said that. So he got ruled out for like personal reasons. That was the I guess the response on the report. And then somebody like
Oh yeah,
said,
his birthday did just pass.
yeah. So that's cool if he had his son on his, or his child on his birthday. I don't know if he had a boy or a girl, but yeah.
I'm taking DeLon Wright over half. I just needed one. I just need one over half at plus 105. I can't believe Bam. I kind of want to take Bam's under three, but I'm not gonna do it. I kind of like Jovic too, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna go with Wright and Martin for right now. I'm not gonna tap in too much, but I do like those plays. Uh, I even though he screwed me last game, I do think Jaylen Brown is still in for a good game. Like they've been really hard. They really struggled to stop him for the majority last of the series. So I'm probably gonna go back to Jaylen Brown more than
First quarter
likely.
points, man. It's a cash machine in the playoffs.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I
Jaylen
like
Brown,
it.
first quarter points.
All right. Let's see here before we get to the next game on the slate. Gotta talk to you about Underdog Fantasy. Look, Underdog Fantasy is the easiest place to play fantasy sports. You can play their fantasy pick 'em and pick higher or lower on player stats like points, rebounds, and assists. Yes, points, rebounds, and assists, not par or points, assists, and rebounds. And you know, some people do the par. We don't do the par around here. We're good on the par. We're on the PRA. PRA. Here we go. Now, what you can do is you can do PRA and you can do par or some variation of par or something like that in the golf section, because you can mix basketball with golf, you can mix it with hockey, you can mix it with baseball, you can do anything and get the entries in so you can win up to 100 times your money. Underdog Fantasy is available in 30 plus states, including California, Texas, and Canada. So make sure you tap in. Plus, they have their champions format that's just launched in Florida. Make sure that you Floridians and everybody else in all 30 plus states, including Canada, make sure you tap in and use our promo code NBASGPN. NBASGPN. Underdog will double your first deposit up to $100. That's Underdog Fantasy promo code NBASGPN. All right, Latte. We have another one. Honestly, the Thunder are just kicking back, kicking their feet up, and just watching these two teams kill each other.
It's a good way to put it.
That's how the Thunder play, right? Yeah, they played them.
Yeah.
So kicking back and just watching these two teams play each other. And did you see that SGA had a baby?
Oh no, I didn't know that.
He had a baby, bro.
Oh wow, what was this play today?
Yes, he posted like 4 or 5 hours ago that he had a baby.
Oh wow,
bro. So guess this. You know how he be going crazy on his IG captions.
Yeah,
his IG captions always have meaning, and they go. So tell me why he named his son Aries.
Oh wow.
So Aries is the son of Zeus, the god of thunder.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, that is.
Yo, what?
Yeah.
Yo, he snapped so hard. He snapped so hard on it.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I didn't even know he was. I mean, obviously they keep a lot of private stuff, so like that.
Yeah,
whole team was
I didn't know at all, and I just, bro, man, it's crazy, bro. I'm just telling you right now, the Thunder kicking back and watching these two teams kill each other. Mavericks laying 3, totals at 207.5. Injury report for these two teams. And it looks like once my screen moves back up, there we go. All right. For the Dallas Mavericks, Tim Hardaway Jr. is going to be out. Luka is a game time decision. He's more than likely going to play. And that's all that really matters. For the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is still out. So, Lonte, we're back in LA. Knotted up at 2 apiece. No Kawhi Leonard. They have won the 2 games without Kawhi Leonard in this series, and they have lost the 2 games with Kawhi Leonard. So, if you're going off of the trend, Clippers are going to win this game. What say you?
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough because like Dallas, so they went small. I'm pretty sure everybody already knows they went small late, and it pretty much cost them the game. I mean, Harden was outside of the slow start. But when they kind of clawed back in, it took the lead, and Kidd took Gafford and Lively off the floor, and Harden was just like layup after layup, floater after floater. So I'm pretty sure he won't make that mistake again. And I can make a case that despite being 2-2, I think the Clippers probably have been the better overall team. They're not going to shoot 62% from deep like they did last game. They didn't get to the line as much. Kyrie and Luka had 69 of the 111 last game. So, I mean, they're going to do what they do. I just think the Clippers they got to be able to control what Luka's going to do in this game, because he's been saying all the things about how he let Kyrie down and how he's not playing right. I think he's hurt, obviously, and he admitted to, being a little slower as far as his first step and all that stuff. So I'm kind of worried about that, but I'm going to take Dallas here, man. I think we're going to see a great game. Luka hasn't been – I mean, his numbers look good, but he hasn't had that signature Luka game where he had a good, like, pocket of the game at the end of, I think, game 2 in L.A. where they won. But we haven't seen a full Luka masterclass game. So I think that's what we're in tune for tomorrow night. So I'm going to take Dallas. I think Kidd will play he'll play the bigs. I mean, you traded for those guys. They got to get some more production from – somebody outside of Lively. Washington's got to play a little bit better. Lively and Derrick Jones Jr. have been the best 2 guys outside of the big 2. So I think they get some more contributions from those guys. I'm laying it with Dallas on the road, man. I'll take that. I think we get a big Luka game.
Yeah, I think so too. Honestly, Jamal Murray has me questioning anything anymore of these injuries.
That's a
And
good point. That's a
matter of
good point.
fact, it's so funny because one of my line brothers, we had a retreat this weekend and we had a pickup game. And one of my line brothers, he actually played for A&T D1 ball. And so he was like, hey, man, I don't know. I kind of hurt my foot hooping the day before. And so I was joking. I'm like, oh, he's questionable for the game. He not going to hoop with us and all that. Boy, when I say he went out there and cooked on that bum ankle, he went out there and cooked. Hey, man, hoopers don't care if they hurt. If you
Yeah,
gonna
especially
cook,
if you're a
you
D1
gonna cook,
athlete. Yeah, you
boy.
don't care.
Hey,
Yeah,
bro, if you gonna cook, you gonna cook. And I say he went out there and cooked. So honestly, truly, it makes me even more confidently want to bet that Luka is gonna go out here and have 40 on the road in the Clippers. It's only right. Whenever people even begin to doubt him in that if he's healthy or he had a couple of rough games in a row, that man comes back through and has a crazy game. And honestly, truly, I think this is just going to be one of those ones where he gets to the line and it's really hard to stop that offense, and he's just clicking on all cylinders. And I think the extra day of rest is really going to help
yeah,
him
I agree
too.
with that. Yeah,
Like the fact that they had 2 days of rest with the travel instead of just having the one day, that's going to really help him out as well. So yeah, I mean, I'm not going against what I thought for the series. I thought the Mavs were going to be able to lock up the series. I thought the Mavs were going to be able to lock up the series in 6, and they can still do that. They just got to win this game on the road. And so yeah, I'm on Dallas laying the 3. I think they're going to be able to get it done. Total's at 207.5.
yeah. That's I don't know what to do with the total, man. Because like to me, I think that well before I say that, let me ask you this. So
Mm-hmm.
who do you think has the best plus minus? Even though plus minus is kind of a like it's not a end all
It's
be
real
all
but
stat.
fake. It's real
Yeah,
but
yeah,
fake.
right. Okay, that's a perfect way to put it. Who do you think has the best plus minus on the Clippers so far in the series?
Of everybody.
Yeah. Well, that's
Um,
plays significant minutes, of course.
um, sure not Norman Powell. He's been sucking. Uh, I don't know. James Harden's been kind of good, but he just plays all the minutes. Watch it be something weird like Basin Plumley.
Russell. Russell's
Wow, is it Russ?
plus 25 when he's on the floor. When he's not on the floor, minus 27.
All right.
And Harden minus 17, plus 20 without him.
I knew it was gonna be something bad for
But that's
Harden.
just goes to show you that plus minus is like
It's real but
you
fake.
can't really take it into consideration as much.
I mean, it's just fun to talk about sometimes.
Yeah,
Like
but as far as
the
the
OG Ananobi, the OG Ananobi plus minus thing is just really funny. I think it's
yeah,
really funny. Like,
yeah, but
how are you constantly in a plus like that? Like,
yeah, man. I don't really know about the total, man. I'm gonna be honest. It's tough. I mean, they're gonna play with little to no pace, especially with the Luka injury. But I mean, that's a low total. If both of these teams, you've seen both of these teams get hot at
mm-hmm,
certain pockets at a time or certain
mm-hmm,
quarters. But again, if they kind of can both match and not get down and it be more competitive early on rather than one team getting up early and they're just trading baskets, then got a little flow to the game, then I can kind of see it going over. But if they want to slow it down, they want to do a lot of the pick and roll stuff with Luka and not have him as aggressive attacking the rim and not running with more pace, then I
mm-hmm.
can see it going under. But I guess I would lean to the under, just thinking it's going to be a physical, high pressure game for both teams. We all know what the percentages are whenever the winner of Game 5 to go on to win a series is pretty high. So I think we're going to see a lot of half court execution, a lot of slowing down, walking it up, and
Mm-hmm.
getting into their offense. So I'm going to lean with the under. I mean, I don't love it, but I'll lean that way.
I'm actually feel pretty good in saying that we should be betting this under. Like I feel pretty confident in saying we should be betting this under. You look at the first 3 games and it goes 206, 189, and 191. The only game that went over was that last game, and I mean it just you had the 33 from Paul George and from James Harden. And then you had Terrence Mann getting into double figures and adding to the scoring. Kyrie still had 40. Luka's always going to give you close to 30. Like, if all the stars are going to go crazy like that, then it's going to push the total up a little bit more. But
Yeah.
I'm going back to, I think that this is going to be an uglier contest. It's going to slow the pace down incredibly. I think Luka's going to get his. I think that Kyrie will be okay, but I don't think that Paul George and James Harden are going to do exactly what they did last game. I think that all production is going to be down. That was an anomaly. We go back to playing the unders here, under 207.5, and I'm very much considering locking that for this game.
Yeah.
Player
You
props.
talked me into it. Speaking of locks, this is probably one of my favorite plays on the slate tomorrow. Man, I
Mhm.
like Terrence Mann over 9.5 points. I mean, just in 2 games without Kawhi, he's averaging 12. The field goal attempts 17 without, 10 with. So, I mean, the proof's right there. Even on the season in the 14 games that he played without Kawhi this year, he's averaging 10. So I think he's right on that number. He's going to get opportunities. The only thing and the only pushback that I can kind of see is that he's going to be guarding Luka, and he's been doing I put this in quotations, but he's doing a decent job on Luka in the possessions that he's guarding him. So maybe he's expending a lot of energy on that end, and he's not really caring about offense. And if we expect a low scoring game, then it's not going to be a lot of people in double figures, especially a guy like Mann, who's kind of like I don't know, like close to being last on the pecking order as far as scoring. But I do like Terrence Mann to go over that 9.5 points. I think he couple threes, transition buckets. I think he can get over that. So that's one of my favorite plays, player prop wise. And I also like Derek Lively over 12.5 points and rebounds, over in 3 or 4 games. He's been the most consistent big. I know Gafford's dealing with injuries, but he's been really good. Lively's been really good, and he's playing limited time. I don't think he's played 20 minutes in a
Mhm.
game. I mean, Lively is real. I mean, I know he went to Duke, but real easy to root for. With his mom passing away and him still being able to be
The
out there.
Duke jab. The
Yeah.
Duke
So,
jab.
but yeah, I think Lively's going to have a big game. And obviously he'll be on the floor more because he's a better shot blocker, I think, than what Gafford is. So I think he'll see north of 20 plus minutes in that time. I mean, 12.5 points and rebounds. I mean, he can get 8 or 9 points just off lobs strictly from Luka or Kyrie. So, and he can grab a few rebounds. So give me over 12.5 points and rebounds for Derek Lively.
All right. I agree, by the way. Great analysis. You actually kind of took a play of mine. But I think I'm really on the threes tomorrow. I think I'm on the threes tomorrow because I am interested in PJ Washington over 1.5 threes. He's hit this twice this series. He's taking the attempts. He's gonna take the attempts. He's taking at
Wide
least four
open, might I
attempts.
add. Wide
Yes,
open. And he's missing
just
wide
hit
open.
him. Just hit him. Just hit him. That's it. He just hit him. That's all I need. He's gonna get him because Luka, Kyrie get the penetration. The defense shifts over, and PJ Washington is always there. And plus, he actually really hates this Clippers team now. By the way, like he really hates this Clippers team. By the way, so I'm locking in PJ Washington. I think PJ Washington, at the very least, he's going to give me 2 threes. So PJ Washington over 1.5 threes. I might have to get me a little threes parlay going for sure. All right, let's see. Uh, Anything else? Anything else coming up? Oh yeah, Luca. I'm playing Luca. I'm playing Luca. I think tomorrow's the Luca game. I think
Yeah.
tomorrow's the Luca scoring game. When everybody least expect it, when everybody thinks he's on one leg, he goes out there for 40. So I'm taking Luca.
Yep. I'm with you. I'm with
All
you.
right. That's it. 2 games in and out. Lock and dog time. Let me do the banners before Scott gets on. Got to keep the banners going. All right, Lonte, over to you. Lock and dog. What you want to do?
Yeah, I just went over my lock, man. Derek Lively over 12.5 points and rebounds. I don't want to reiterate everything I said just a couple of minutes ago, but just some key points is that he's over in 3 or 4. He's bound to get more minutes, especially with how that game ended. So he'll be on the floor more. Lob threat, rim runner. He's gonna get the looks. He's gonna get the rebounds. So I think that number is way short. For the, I'm trying to find a Luka. triple double. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a small dog. Um, let me see. Where is it? You know what? Let's just go with Luka to score 40 plus 340. I think Luka's gonna have a masterclass game. Masterclass game. So Luka to score 40. That is plus 340. Shop around. You might can find like a plus 350, plus 345.
I was definitely eyeing that for my dog.
Yeah, I couldn't find a triple double fast enough, so
It's
I just
cool.
I
It's
seen it.
cool. It's cool. I will concede that to you because I'm perfectly fine with my replacement dog. For my lock, Dallas and the Clippers under 207.5. This is 3-1 this series. These games are moving at a slow pace, and now Luka's hurt, so this is going to move at an even slower of a pace. James Harden doesn't mind keeping this a slow game. The Clippers don't mind keeping this a slow game, and the Mavericks sure don't mind keeping this a slow game.
That's true.
I think that it's going to be a little bit uglier. I think that this is going to be more of one star on each side of the ball is dominant, and I think Luka's going to be one of those stars. So, yeah, under 207.5. This goes under again. For my dog, I love fading Boston. Give me Miami 8-1 to get it done. I'm telling you, it just when everything and you least expect it, it happens. And I want a piece of it if it does. Am I going out here and I'm throwing my whole account there? No. But I'm gonna sprinkle on that money line. Because if it hits, I have to say that I had the bet in. I have to. So Miami, 8-1. Get it done. All right, Lonte, anything else for the people before we get up out of here?
That's it, man. Good to be back with you. And good luck to
Yeah,
everybody
man.
out there.
It's good. We got to have some more night shows, get you
Yeah,
more.
man.
People be
Yeah.
asking for you, man.
Hey, man.
I can't wait till they catch this in the morning and see you.
Yeah, man. I appreciate that for sure.
All right. Well, make sure. Oh, wait. No, we need an underdog fantasy lineup before we go. I almost forgot. We got to get an underdog lineup going. I'm glad I remembered that. All right. Let's see here. Why does Underdog keep logging me out now? Well, I mean, I guess that's good because nobody else can just hop in my account, but I have to keep logging me out. All right. What do we like here for tomorrow? What players do we want
I'm trying to
back?
think of the ones that we like together. Obviously we like Luka, so I mean anything Luka related, whether you want to go PRA or
I like your lively play. Let's play lively.
Yeah, I like lively. Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones.
So let's go. Let's see here. Oh whoa. Oh, there he goes. Oh well, don't have a 12.5 PR, but I do have 7.5 points or 5 rebounds.
Let's go with the points.
All right.
Yeah, let's go
lively. With higher 7.5 points.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do I want to trust PJ? I do trust.
I like PJ. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been betting PJ like over every game, every single game.
We should play PJ. Let's play PJ.
I've been playing
all right,
over
PJ. Are we going with 3 Mavs for the lineup? Is this going to be it? PJ Washington higher 1.5.
I actually like your Caleb Martin threes if they have that higher than higher 1.5.
All right, we can go do that.
Yeah, I like that.
We can spread out the Luka love. We don't need Luka in this lineup too.
Yeah, I like
it. The higher is 0.85. They're kind of taking some juice from us if we take that one. I don't want to take that. I'd rather play Luka if we got to do that.
Nah, it's another one that you said you liked that I was kind of with too. Who was it? Was it Highsmith?
Oh, for the threes? Oh, yeah. Right. I was on the right half of 3. He's not up here though.
Oh, okay. What is Highsmith? I like Highsmith though.
You think Highsmith threes is good?
I think his points is good as well.
Points. He's gonna get the minutes. I mean,
yeah, definitely. I mean, he was getting them with Hawkins.
Yeah, so it should only go up. It's at 6.5. That is kind of low.
Yeah,
with a minutes increase. With the minutes increase, that number can't be right. It's at 6.5 normally. So with a minutes increase, yeah. All right, I can buy that. Boom. For your underdog lineup, we have Derek Lively, higher 7.5 points. PJ Washington, higher 1.5 3-pointers made. And Haywood Highsmith, higher 6.5 points. That's going to pay you 6x your money. $100 gets you $600. Lonte, now, anything else for people before we get up out of here?
That's it, man. Best of luck to everybody tomorrow or today, depending on when you're listening to it.
All right. Make sure you use that promo code NBA SGPN for Underdog Fantasy. Get that 100% deposit match up to $100. And make sure that you like the video. Like the video when you catch this video. Give us, if you're listening on podcast, make sure you give us a rating and review. And yeah, I actually have nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just going to end like this. We are out of here.